Podcast.
Hello. It's your girl Sonya Z, the sexy unicorn, and I just want to welcome you to our very first podcast video of the SEXXXY Sister Circle. And today I have a special treat. I have Ashford from Ashford the brand, and I have Scoupe from True Addict Scoupe. And these fellas are gonna give us the goods, ladies. So you have sent me some questions, and I am not gonna let them disappoint. We are gonna get into it because Scoupe over here told me he can go all in. Ain't that right?
I'm definitely going all in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even waste your time. You know what I mean? I love your show. I love how you be out here promoting and helping these ladies get themselves together.
That's right.
I love everything that you do. So I was, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I was invited to the show.
And guess what, ladies? He's single.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
So if you out there and you fine, it's
fine as wine. So, fellas, let's start. Why don't you just give a brief intro? So, Ashford, from Ashford the brand, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Ashford the brand, fashion designer, trend-setting guru. I create my own style. I'll wear things that most people wouldn't even expect or have an idea to wear. Engage, and happy to be on your show. So we can make it clarify.
Which is a great show.
Yes. We can kind of clarify a few things for some of your lady friends. Okay. She can get it from a single perspective, engaged perspective. I've been married before too, so we can
so you can talk about that too. Okay, good.
Everything. Clarify a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So maybe they can feel a little more confidence and just.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And so, True Addict Scoupe over here. Why don't you tell my viewers?
I'm a film producer. I'm an author. I'm in entertainment. I own Third Power Entertainment Film Company, and I'm a single guy. I don't have any kids. It's just me. So if you want somebody, to rub your back or feed you or something, I'm free.
Shoot your shot, ladies.
I'm shooting my shot.
Can I also add?
Sure.
That I'm also doing fashion consulting.
Okay.
And Scoupe is single.
Yeah, keep telling them that I'm single.
So let me ask you a question about that. So for Ashford the brand, when you say you're doing fashion consulting, are you only consulting with other men that want to be fashionable men, or are you accepting female clients to get a perspective of what you as a man would like to see them? So like, who are you styling?
I can do a little bit of both. Actually, before I could dress myself, I could dress a woman. Okay, so you are open to male and female clients.
I
can do stuff out for women also.
I know that's right. I'm ready to make me an appointment. Okay. Okay. All right. So for the very first question, guys, I'm gonna put out there that came from Nakai and Nicole on Instagram. And if you're not following me already, you can follow me at SEXXY Unicorn. And guys, shout your Instagrams out real quick for the people.
You can hit me at True Addict Scoupe on Instagram, True Addict Scoupe. You can follow me on Facebook at D McLaurin, or you could just Google True Addict and everything is me. That's my brand. You just Google True Addict, you'll see my books, documentary films, short films, podcasts, whatever I got on the True Addict brand.
All right, and shout out your Instagram real quick.
My Instagram, you can hit me up at AWG Trend Style, and on Facebook, you can hit me up on Ashford Dale Gay.
All right.
Senior.
Cool. So, like I said before, our very first question came from Instagram, and it is: do men feel heartbreak? And if so, how do we, as the ladies, know that it's genuine?
That's a tough one. It's really hard to tell if a man being genuine, because depending on what the circumstances are of the relationship, depending on what he's hanging on to, he might live with a woman and he might want to get back in the house, so he can fake that, oh, I love you, baby, this and that to get back in the house, or he could be using her car, baby, I love you, but it's no way to really tell. It all depends on how the woman feels about the situation or whatever happens. She got to always put herself first. and analyze what's really going on to see if that's the best fit for her in a relationship. She shouldn't even have to wonder whether is it real or fake. You know, she got to look at like, you know, what he done to me. Is it worth me letting him do it again? Because it could potentially happen again.
So what about you? You ever felt heartbreak over there?
Yeah, but it's a lot of heartbreaks. But it seems like after each heartbreak, I guess it gets not as bad. Actually, I got heartbreak. My first heartbreak was in high school, and that heartbreak, a friend of mine, because I was moping around, which was nothing you can hide. I was just moping. He took me out to meet some more people, and I ended up meeting somebody else, which is not good, really. But I mean,
it's easy to fix.
It was young. When you're younger,
when you're young, it's easy to fix. I mean,
yeah.
I think more people understand that than anything. Like, you know, when you're young and you have heartbreak or something goes wrong, it's easy to fix it by replacing the situation because you don't really know what love is at that point, being that young. So it's easy if you get another girl. And plus, when you're young, you know, it's basically most of everything that you do is based on physical attraction. So it's not that deep. If you're dating one girl and you find her attractive, and then some other pretty girl come along right after y'all break up, it kind of heals within a couple of weeks, you know. So this is just a normal occurrence when you're young. But as grown people,
yes,
that's a whole nother ball game. Because it takes, like you said, it takes a lot to get hurt these days once you're mature at an older age. And you know, if you do get broken at this age, it's real. Yeah, it's really real.
Because dating, to me, dating it's not like it as it was when I was younger. So now it's like it's harder. Right now, to be honest, if I was getting hot, if something was happening, we was to split up right now, I'd be tore to pieces to the point where I don't think. I mean, just be honest, I'd probably go a long time, even if I get because my fiance now is like she's perfect. I think it's more perfect than I've ever been in my life, and I don't think I get no perfect than this. So right now as I'm older, heartbreak now, like I said, it's a little hard, but as you get older, it probably took a little more to recover than it was like when I was younger.
Okay, so you know that's one of the things that I'll lead into my next question is, you know, you got this good thing at home and you love her. Why do guys, you know, mess up a good thing? Like when they have a woman that's good to them, good for them, good to them, just, you know, a great thing happening, why do they, you know, go and just mess it up? Who want to go first?
Well, I can speak from experience. You know, I had a relationship for like 6 years, and the reason why I messed it up because I was young and I just didn't want to settle at that time. And it was. I mean, I'm just being real because this show is real, right?
You say you're gonna keep it real. You say you're gonna keep it 100.
Like I was with a woman. She was the best woman I ever had in my life. Literally, like the best woman I ever had in my life. But at the same time, I was in the streets, you know, being a drug dealer, hustling, getting money, driving these big cars, you know, rocking these diamonds, you know, and these other women are pretty, they bad, you know what I'm saying? You like, damn, they fine, you know what I'm saying? And you're young, you don't have the ability to say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with them, I'm not going to mess with them, and they come in easy. So I think it's just more of temptation, you know? I think it's just temptation. I mean, it ain't that, you know, you be out to hurt the person that you with. It's just that the temptation is so strong, it pulls on you so hard. Is that, you know, you wanna taste it, you wanna feel it, you wanna just be a part of it. Now you really want to keep what you got at home because that's your security. But the other girl, she's so fine, you just want to experience that, even though that, you know, you might not want to make her your girlfriend because you probably don't really trust that woman. But it's just, you know, it's just human nature that you want to experience her. You know, and I think that's what messed up a lot of relationships in the early age. The older age is stupidity. I'm just being real with you. If you got a good woman, and he'll tell you, you know, if you got a good woman in your life that you building with, that you love, I don't care how fine another woman is, you know, you if you wise enough, you're not going to pull away from the woman that you're building with to deal with that fine woman, and you don't care what she got or what she got going on. It's just you're just wise enough not to risk. And I'm not saying you might not be you still could be attracted to the woman. You still could be like, damn, she got a fat ass, she pretty, and all this stuff. But at the same time, she don't add up to what you got. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna risk that and lose what you got for something that you see on the outside. Now let's get to the other point. Say she's everything just like your woman. You get what I'm saying? And she's more attractive than your woman. It still don't add up, because what you have with your woman is a chemistry that y'all have built over time together. You don't know what the other woman might have or what type of chemistry y'all might build. So you got to be wise. It's just like dealing with money, you know, just like stocks and bonds, you know. You know, you might be a millionaire, but you might not be a millionaire. You get what I'm saying? Because, you know, in even in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, if there's a maybe, there's a may not.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go on to the next question, you guys. Let's see here. So our next question is, does seeing a successful woman, no, wait, are you intimidated by a successful woman? And then I just kind of want to lead into, and does seeing a successful woman make you want to work harder if you feel like you haven't achieved success yet in your life? So does a successful woman intimidate you? And if you're not quite where you want to be, does that make you want to work harder?
At one point in my life, it did intimidate me. Probably my mindset wasn't right, for one. And she was a good woman. I allow a friend that caused me to lose that by listening to them. So when you do get into a successful woman, you kind of got to have a different mindset. And you know, it did intimidate me at first, but then after a while, I felt like confident. She made me feel that way. So then when I moved again to successful, I looked at it as a chance of being able to build something together. It didn't intimidate me anymore, because I was used to having my own, working to get my own, not one of those ones that mooch, feed off of a woman that has success. So it didn't. I mean, it didn't bother me anymore.
What about you, True Addict Scoupe? What's your thoughts?
I ain't never been intimidated by no woman with no money. I want a woman with some money.
No, you do. You want. So let me ask you a question, guys. So let's look at the flip side of that. As men, do you feel like you want to be needed? Not necessarily Captain Save, you know, a chick or anything, but do you feel like is it a good feeling to know that maybe you do make more money than your woman, or maybe she needs you to, say, pick her up or do certain things for her? Like, I have a male friend, and we had a deep conversation one time, and he was just saying that all men want to be needed, whether it is for a ride or to change the light bulb or something. So what is y'all's opinion on having a quote-unquote needy female?
Let him go first.
I'm gonna be all the way real with you.
Okay.
I was thinking about this the other day, and it was this girl that I knew. Well, I still know. And matter of fact, and beautiful girl.
Let me sip.
Yeah, beautiful girl, you know. And I look at her, I was like, man, she fine. And then I started thinking about like all the responsibility that you're gonna have to handle with this woman, because she's really like she'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, blah blah this and that. And by me not really knowing her, it's like when she putting all this stuff up front, like she's more needy and depending on the man to the point where it's obvious, like, you know, you're gonna have to put in a lot of work to make this woman happy. And you know, with me, I want to be needed. I want, you know, because they'll tell you, you know, like any woman that I had, she didn't want for nothing, you know, 2-3 cars, you know, whatever she wanted. You know that, you know what I mean? Like nothing, you know? Because I was raised that way. Like my dad always been the breadwinner for my mom and stuff. And, you know, so that's just in me. So I don't, that's why I say I really don't look at it in that way. I really look at it in a way like, you know, are we building together? You know, like, you know, like I would love to have a woman that got all her own stuff, got her own money and everything. So then we can actually have a good time. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, I can do this and I can do that. I can buy flowers. I can take on trips. I can do it because I'm just adding on to her life or what she already has. And that's, you know, that same thing is needing me, but she got her stuff together where I can actually enjoy her differently than when I was younger, when I was in the streets in the hood. You got a woman that she ain't got nothing going on. So you got to spend your time trying to keep her on a regular level. So you really can't take the trips and go overseas and all that stuff because she's so behind. And it kind of hinders the relationship a little bit. And not that much to the point where y'all can't love and care for each other. But the type of person that I am, I'm always trying to elevate the people that I deal with. If I'm dealing with one, I'm trying to elevate it. So the whole time I was in relationships, even back when I was young in the streets, I'm trying to like, look, start a business. I'm gonna buy this for you. I'm gonna get this for you. Now I want you to do this. I want you to do that. So that, you know, trying to encourage her to have more. But some women are set in their ways to be like, no, I'm good with this. You know, I'm good right here. But then at the end of the day, that puts more weight on the man to do much more because it just seems that it doesn't work when I want to be Denzel Washington and she want to be a janitor. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like it just don't work. You know, the ambitions don't match up, and then you end up just being in a tug of war. I'm telling you, like I you know, I was with a girl for 3.5 years, and she did not support me like at all on my ventures. You know, I always been in the entertainment business, and she just didn't support me. Just like, you know, whatever. You get what I'm saying? But then would be jealous if I was out at an event, and would be just be like, but she looking at you and blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, this is what I do. Like I'm in the entertainment business. You get what I'm saying? You know, I'm in the entertainment business. Like what? Because she wasn't trying to help me go further. But then on top of that,
she wasn't shooting in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't doing that, but she still got the same thing. Like I loved her. She had kids. I support her kids. Bought her cars. Bought her anything that she wanted. She actually was able to go to school and finish school and everything. So I didn't give her any less. It's just that she was who she was, you know. Yeah. So now I feel like I want to be needed. Yeah, I definitely want to be needed. Definitely, you know, I definitely want to be needed. Yeah, I definitely.
So speaking of that, how important is finances to, like, say if you're meeting somebody new and you know they tend to be a person that doesn't manage their finances well and they're constantly like, hey, I need some money to pay this or that or the third, you know, how do y'all feel about that as men, like supporting, you know, starting out like that, like with women that are asking for support?
I dated though. I don't know.
This is about to get good.
But
this is about to get good.
Yeah.
I dated a girl. Well, first I'm starting with my ex, ex-wife. So she was good with money, and the way I found out, because I was out in the street and slinging something, and so I had to go to court, right? So I thought I was going in at this time, but it was just for a trial. So I left a large stack of money, and I said, here, take this right here. Put this on my account. This little small part, put it on my account at the jail. But this right here, this yours. This is, you know, just let me know how she was financed. So when I didn't get locked up, so I just left the money for like months. Got my stack, went on back. She never touched it for like 4 months. So I'm like, why aren't you using that money? She was really good with money. So when we got married, I knew that finance part was gonna be good. But now, after everything was over, we started dating. It was I dated certain girls. I already knew that it was finance gonna be an issue because you always need money for this, need money for that, and I had my stuff stacked up good. Won't in the streets, but I had my stuff stacked up working real good. And when you're working money is value a whole lot more better to me than the street money, because street money you always gonna take a loss and you worry about. But when you working hard for some money, and every time I turn, you need money for this, you need money for that. At the end of the relationship, when we split up, I was like back down, like had to work my way back up to get money in my account and everything. So she basically just drained you if she's not good with money. Now, where I'm at now, it's good. It's like, I mean, I don't even stress or worry about it because things gonna get taken care of. And you know, I'm pretty sure he can tell you some stuff about that, but it's important too to be able to both be able to work good with finance if you want to have something in life.
So speaking of having something, let's talk about maybe guys that y'all know. Why is it that guys or men in general feel like they can date when they don't have their stuff together? Like, you know, as a young lady, I'm out here dating. I don't feel like meeting at 7-Eleven for a cup of coffee is a date. You know, for me, I expect the date to be like dinner, and I expect to go to an event.
It's a different time, though.
You know,
it's
I mean, yeah, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so that's a whole other topic.
No, before the pandemic.
Oh, before the pandemic. You know, online dating has really changed a lot too.
That's the basis of what we're talking about. Like, online dating is like they got 6 women to meet. They ain't got time to take you all to dinner and stuff. Like, they gonna meet you, see if they attracted to you. If they like the way you look, they might like. So it happens like this. So we meet
tell
up.
us how it happens.
We meet up. You know, we meet up. I see your picture, you see my picture. You know, boom, boom, boom. I think you're attractive, but you really don't know until you actually really meet a person. Once you meet a person, then it goes to the next level. So if you meet somebody that you're really attracted to, and you was meet for coffee, like, hey, you know what? Hey, let's go over to the restaurant across the street. You hungry? That's how it happens. If they don't like you, they're like, oh yeah, you know, it's nice meeting you, and they moving on to the next date. You get what I'm saying? Either next date or they just, you know, it's called breaking the ice. You got to break the ice. You know, you meet somebody. You really have to meet somebody in person. Like pictures and video don't do the same. You have to meet them in person to get, because it ain't just about how they look, how they smell, how they move their head, how they move their shoulders, how they walk. It's all of these things are in a combination. And that's why before online dating, if you seen somebody at a store, you was attracted to them for all those things. You know, so you see him walking, oh, he walked up, he was so tall and handsome, and the way he held his shoulders, you know, all that stuff play in the event. Don't play in the event in the picture. And same thing with a woman. Like if I see a woman somewhere and she got a little walk to her and she smell good, I'm like, damn, you know, so. And she might not even be the prettiest, but she smell good. Like, damn, what's up, babe? You know what I mean? So you really gotta meet somebody. You really gotta, you know, do a meet and greet. But if you meet somebody, like if you're doing an online dating thing, and you really like the way they look, you can move over to the restaurant. Like you could just be like, hey, you know what, get something to eat? Yeah.
Well, I don't agree with that. I feel like, you know, I am 46 years old. I'm a grown woman. I'm not.
What they got to do with it?
I'm not going for coffee for no first date.
So you
what they got to do with it?
I mean,
so what they do they tell us if he got it together or not?
No, I'm not saying that he got it together now. I'm just saying just for the first step.
Because somebody want to meet and greet with you, you got to, like, you feel it some type of way, but this is the new day. This is the new age.
Okay,
you gotta meet and greet. Like, you got to get a man an opportunity to smell you.
And he might want to meet up for coffee and a little something before he take you out to
it's a meet and greet.
Fin and Tonic or something like that.
It's a meet and greet. You gotta get with the time.
Ladies, if y'all watching this, I just need y'all to comment below whether or not you feel like we should accept a coffee date for a first date. I don't agree with that. But these fellas are saying
a first date, you can't tell if he got his stuff together.
I mean, it's not even about do you got yourself together. I'm just saying my own personal standard is if you want, time is very valuable for me. So for me, I feel like for me to even stop what I'm doing to say, yes, I will give you X amount of time out of my day, the least that you could do is take me out for an evening that includes a meal.
So you want him to waste all your time? Because that's basically what you're doing. Like I said, he don't like you, and you forcing him to take you on a meal, then he wasting your time and he wasting his time. Because if he sit down with you for that first meal, he'd be like, she too short for me. I don't like her shortness.
Yo.
You know, I don't like the way she smells. So then he's sitting there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you wasting your time? Because he knows he's not going to talk to you. He knows he's not going to be in a relationship with you. He knows he's not attracted to you. So now you're wasting 2 hours of your time and his time. You can get money back, but you can't get that back. So a meet and greet is just for that. Like, you know what, let's meet up for some coffee. If he like you, then y'all move gradually together to the next step. But this is a new generation. I mean, I know you want me to agree with you, but I ain't agreeing with you.
I got an example for you. There's a young man that I talked to. And his first date, he was taking the girl. He was going to go to Dairy Queen.
Okay.
There was no Stone Cold. They would go get some ice cream.
Okay. So,
now, I feel bad because the guys were telling him, and I was like, yo, why don't you just take out to dinner or something, right? Mm-hmm. It was a waste. Because he should have just went for the ice cream. And conversate and get to know her. He went out to dinner. They got out there. She found out. She asked him. She told him things that she didn't care about him. Mm-hmm. So he goes to her things he care about her. First of all, he ain't had stuff together because he said he had to straight up money to pay for his own food.
Oh, really?
So she already insists that, yo, I'm going to pay for my food. You know, you pay for yours. She paid her food. She left. Now, if he had just got ice cream.
He could have paid for both of them?
I mean, he would have paid for both, but you don't have to go to dinner before you meet a person.
That goes back to the question. Why do men try to date when they don't have it together?
And this guy, the reason I told him, I even told him, first of all, you need to get your place and get your car. Because he said he had a car, but it's not in his name. It's in his father's name. Well, but the insurance is here, so he feel like but so I asked him, if you move and get your own place, who the car go with? He said, stay there. Okay, so that means you need to get your car, get your place, then get your a nice account built up, and then go out and date a woman. Because a woman don't want to look at it. How can you?
But first of all, let me piggyback on that. See, first of all, I understand the question clearly, and the thing that you're never gonna be able to bypass or push away is human instinct. God made us to meet each other, screw, and have babies. And let me finish. That's all. I don't give a shit if a man ain't got 2 pennies rubbed together. He might be screwing a crackhead around the back of the building right now. Because I'm just being real. Like, you wanted to be real, we being real.
Okay.
That instinct is never going to die. So, of course, a man should have his stuff together if he's smart and wise because he's in the land of opportunity. He's in America. But at the end of the day, crackheads is screwing on the sidewalk. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And they're going to do and use whatever they need to do to get that out of their system because it's an urge, something that God implanted in you for you to be attracted to the opposite sex and to move forward. And nowadays they're attracted to the same sex, but I ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother podcast. Yeah. But what I'm saying is it's never gonna die. So whether he has money or not, he sits around. So let's think about it. Let's be clear. All right. What does your life consist of? Right? Okay. Our life consists of waking up, eating, drinking water, going to sleep, and doing it all over again. Now, what in between that, what's the most favorable thing for a human to do? Is to have sex. But to have sex, they got to find a mate. A mate doesn't mean somebody married, girlfriends. It means like somebody that's ready to open their legs and mate. They need to find a mate. That's the only other thing that drives us besides food and water. That's why people got Bentleys. That's why people got $1 million houses. That's why people have everything that they want, because that started the whole thing when you was a kid in school and you seen the guy with the new Jordans on, and all the women was like, "Oh, hey, Gerard, you want new Jordan?" Not because you wanted the Jordan, because you want the attention that the women are giving them. So it never ends, and it goes into adulthood. So that's why you got the Bill Gates and all that, because they know that comes with power. Bill Gates was not a popular. He's a nerd. Nobody wants him, but I can get enough money and power that Bill Gates could be whoever he wants to be. You get what I'm saying? And it makes sense. But it all starts with the childhood thing where you basically want to be loved and liked, especially by the opposite sex. And that's where it starts at. So whether he got $2 in the bank or whether he got $2,000 in the bank, he's going to date whoever allows him to date them. You get what I'm saying? So of course he want to take out for ice cream, or he want to go on a short date or whatever, because he was like, you know what, I can pay for the ice cream, so let's do that. Because if he had $200, he would take her to dinner. But he don't have $200. You get what I'm saying? But it's naturally in him. It's nothing that he's making up. It's naturally for him to want to mate regardless of what his life is like, because crackheads is screwing on the corner. And they ain't even got a house to live in. But that urge, it never dies. An old man once told me, he was 80-some years old. And I say, man, when am I going to not want the urge to have sex or don't want a woman? He said, when you did. He said, because God implanted that in you, and you always going to want it. Now, you might not physically be able to act on it. He was 80-some years old until they came out Viagra. But he said, you're not going to physically get to act on it. He said, but God, he implanted that forever until you're gone, because it was his thing to populate the earth, not yours.
So women got some power. A lot of power. Because they can, actually, if you think about it, women been persuading men from the beginning of time.
Preach it, preach it, preach it.
From the beginning of time, from Adam and Eve.
Preach it.
A woman been persuading a man. She persuaded a man. Yeah. Now, if you bring it back to now, like you said, back when in the streets hustling, why did I see him with the big car? Why did I want one of those? Because I wanted attention from the woman. Why did I want certain clothes? Because I wanted attention from the woman. Money, because it draws women attention. Women is powerful. Think about it now, y'all. Y'all control a lot of stuff, and then y'all, I think y'all are stronger and have more power than y'all actually realize.
So let's talk about the dating situation again. And I had one question that's someone asked, what makes a man decide a woman is worth dating? So, off camera, we talked a little bit about a past relationship where it was nothing really there. He was just, banging a female out. So what is the threshold where, you guys look for something more than just, banging? Like, so you're engaged. So at some point you had to be like, this is the one. I want to date her. I want to marry this woman. What is it?
I tried something different. And then, I don't know if he remember. I'm a good listener. So, especially when it comes to stuff that I'm interested in, I listen. And it's been some years ago. Scoupe had told me, he said, okay, in 3 months, you should know pretty much a lot about a person to know if you want to waste any more time with them or not. And I used it. This time I used it. So within those 3 months, and then of course she came out and she was like, we're not going to tell each other what we expect out of a person. Which I was like, well, okay, because I was just about to. She said, we're not going to do that. She said, because if I tell you, and I thought about it. She said, if I tell you certain stuff, you're going to become that person. And I thought about it, because if I tell you that I don't care for a woman to cook all the time, you're going to, if I tell you that, you might not. Or if I tell you I like a woman to cook all the time, you're going to cook all the time. You put on a facade of who you send a representative, not your real person. But sooner or later, that real person come out. I did it on my last relationship with my second marriage. But I told her, I like to eat and all that stuff. So she would cook every day. I didn't really care for cooking every day because some days I just want to come in from work, shower up, we sit back and watch some movies with food already, pick up something to eat. So that was important, not to tell each other what we wanted. We just see if it happens. So it just so happened, everything started happening like, this is what I want out of her. But not even telling her, she said the same thing. Everything that I wanted, it was coming out, but we didn't even discuss this. So it helped. The finding out who I was dealing with. And it works out that we're perfect. And one of my one thing that I always want to see a person at their worst. I want to see you mad as you can get. Because I'm not gonna run away, and sometimes you'll feel like that's gonna run you away. You on pins and needles because you're like, gosh, we never got this mad before, so is this gonna be the end of it, or this gonna break up? And it happened. Eventually, it happened, and I'm in a recliner watching TV. Fall out, so I'm like, you know what? Shoot, I'm not going to get in the bed. I'm gonna stay in here because I know she was hot. It really let me know she was the one when she came in there probably about 1 o'clock. I was asleep. I fell asleep on the couch. She came in there. She woke me up. Said, come get in the bed. Come on, get in the bed. Scary because I'm like, yo, is she gonna do something to me? Get in this bed. I got in there, got to sleep, went to sleep. She was still mad. But she was used to leave before I would leave in the morning to go to work. So she get up. Her routine never changed. She come around. She kiss me. She tell me she's going to work. She love me. And I was like, yo, this is it right here. So like I said, we perfect. We good. I don't need nobody else.
Okay. That's good. So, what's your input on that, Scoop? What makes a woman somebody you want to actually date and not just bang?
I don't know. I guess so. So I was in a relationship for 6 years. A good relationship, and I think my downfall, I keep comparing everybody to their relationship. So sometimes I never get to the point where I get to know who that person is because I'm looking for certain things to happen, and I want her to be this way and that way, and I think it's more of, for me, is to basically have fun with a person you can have fun with, laugh with, and stuff like that. I think that draws me more than anything to a person. And we ain't gotta have sex. I'm not like a oval sex person myself. Like I'm a love maker. You know what I'm saying? I like to make love. You get what I'm saying?
Class Carter. Oh snap! Class Carter.
So I don't look for that. Like when I'm dealing with a woman, I want her to be sweet. Like what he said about his woman, whatever. Like that's a good woman. Like y'all can go through some things, and she like, well, baby, come get in the bed. Like, damn, I'm like, because they ain't a hard person to get along with. I don't do drama. Like I don't do arguing. I don't do nothing like. So that's nice, deal. That's a nice woman. That's a good woman. That's something I didn't know about that, but that's the type. Like I said, it ain't about sex to me. Like I don't. Yeah. I mean, I see women all the time. I mean, I'm in this business. I see beautiful women all the time, banging bodies, all this stuff. But I don't talk to them because I'm not. I done it so early in my life when I was young. That's what it was all about. I had it all. Like I had it all. Always dealt with beautiful women all my life. I'm used to it. So I'm still attracted to the. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm attracted to the same type of woman, but it still has to be an attraction. But I'm more focused on what type of woman she is, and like my mom and dad, are still together, and and I see how their relationship has blossomed to where they're at now. So I'm just like any other guy, like I want how my mom treats my dad, like I want that. You get what I'm saying? Because even though they might get into it, my mom still take care of them. Just like he said, she be like, all right, they get into it, but she's still gonna take care of them.
They got that genuine love, like I said, because you get older, like I said, sex will fail. Yeah. But when you in that genuine love, you still there. Like with her, it's genuine. Guys that work there, because I work, other job, then there's women all around, and they lose their mind, and they be expecting me to lose my mind, and I be like. They were like, man, you don't want to hit that or nothing. And then when I tell them, I said, nah. They were like, why not? You ain't cash. I said, no. I said, because think about it. It's hard to believe. Yeah. It ain't nothing but a nut. I have a woman.
It ain't nothing but a nut.
I have a woman I'm very attracted to. And right now, and it might be hard to believe, but right now we going on almost 2-3 years strong.
Oh, good.
No sex. Yeah.
Okay.
We engaged, and because of the pandemic, we would have been married probably last year. We just gonna go out to Vegas and do something. But because of the pandemic, and we still are, we gonna go to Vegas. But until then, been on really strong on Christ, Chris. So
yeah,
and it made it so much easier because when I came up with it, she was down for it.
So you was the one who suggested no sex.
Yeah, because I said I want this to be right. I want to do right.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. It'd be some hard nights laying there, but a lot of times we'll get sleep and fall asleep before we get in bed. So we just go to bed and go to sleep. But for me to even think about another woman when I got this woman, beautiful woman at home in the bed, she ain't nothing because shoot, I ain't even getting mad. So I don't want somebody else. And
that's good practice. That's good practice.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're not getting it from a woman that you've been with for 3 years, I mean, and he done turned something off in him, which now he hasn't turned the urge off, but what he's turned off in him, he don't have to have it because, basically what he's saying is that like he could see another woman, the other guy see another woman like, damn, she bad, I want to hit that, and they ask him, and he be like, well, I ain't hit nothing. So I ain't even got nothing to compare it to at this moment, but it takes strength for to do that, to be like celibate, and it takes a lot of mental strength because it never turns off. Like you can't turn it off. It's just being disciplined.
And two people have to have the same mindset.
Yeah, same mindset. Yeah.
And it makes the love grow stronger. But it would be different if she had that mindset and I didn't, and she want to wait, and I'd be like, man, shoot. Because back in the past, they have. And I'm like, man, shoot, I can't wait, man. And next thing you know, you see something, she's smelling good. She come with it, sit on your lap, kiss you. Next thing you know, this Christmas candy. You ready?
Not the Christmas candy.
Sure,
Hey, but look, he must be in the strip club.
You ready to go in?
Come and sit on his lap. I
know, right?
Right, in the clubs and stuff, right? So
now you must be in the strip club.
But you ready to go in, and then you end up, because the temptation's so strong, and you ain't getting it at home, but you want to get it. You gonna get it. But when you got the same mindset, I trust her, she trusts me. My first thing is, reason I feel like she should trust me, because I love God more than I love her. So if I'm gonna disappoint God, that's the big thing. That's the big deal for me.
Okay.
And she respect it. So, like I said, she's perfect right now. Now I know right now if I went with her, and I was going to get one of the other girls out here, and with my mindset like that, they ain't gonna put up with that. Shoot, you better go ahead and get me some. Stop playing before I go get it somewhere else. But
Okay. Well, so let's see here. We've been going in for a minute. So let's see if we touched on some of these other things. Let's see. One of the things I wanted to revisit that I saw, and I've heard before, you touched on a little bit. You said you want a woman that's going to treat you like your mom, treats your dad and stuff. Do y'all feel like when you're looking for women out here, you're looking basically for your mom, qualities of your mom and these women? Because, it seemed like that's a conversation that I've had with a few guys and a few women. It just seems like people are looking for their parents. Like,
I mean, you gotta think about it. You're being raised by your parents in your parents' house.
Yeah.
You see how your mom treats your dad. Why would you want less? Why? I just want less than what I've seen. Why would you want less? Like
the younger me,
like just like having a job. Like if you're working for $20 an hour, why would you go get $15 job?
The younger me didn't. My mom's and my dad been together for like 59. Been married for about 59. Been married for 59 years. Because I would say I probably didn't really want a relationship. I was young, so I just wanted to strew for a while, whatever. And but the older me, I ain't got somebody like my mom. Just a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. My mom funny. She funny. Mm-hmm. Mom can be stubborn. She can be stubborn. And like I said, that 58 years that they've been married, that's always, that's the ideal thing there. Mm-hmm. And in order, like I said, I want somebody I can grow old with. Okay. We can.
But the basis is that it's how she treat, because when I say treat, is how she treats your father. You a man.
Yeah.
So you look at how your father's being
she
treated.
Do, yeah.
So I'm looking at how my father is being treated.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should, if your mama is smoking crack and shooting and stabbing your dad, like, yeah, I want somebody like my mama. No, we're not talking about that. If it's on a positive level and you see your daddy being treated well, you get what I'm saying? And that's normally what you want. But hold on, let me say the second part. Second part is that some people still follow that same stitch.
If it's bad.
Because even if it's bad, they're used to seeing their dad get his head knocked off, and they don't mind being with a girl that's knocking heads off, because this is how they was raised. So it worked both ways. It just so happens that in my family, my mom has treated my daddy really well. So when I'm out dating and I'm dealing with a woman, I want to be treated
just
well.
Like that.
Now you got to think about it. We talking about both ends. My dad has taken care of my mama financially and held us down and been there for us through our whole life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's still receiving something. It ain't like my daddy being an asshole when she there treating him good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, he treats her well. So it's the whole dynamics of the relationship. Mm-hmm.
You know, because even if the ones that, like say, if their mom is on crack or whatever, you should want to do different than what she do. You should want to treat a man different. If she treat him bad, you should want to treat a man good. You want to change the pattern.
The key word is should though. Yeah. But some people, mama are crackheads, the daughters end up being crackheads. Some there's abusers, the boys end up being abusers. We know that. And so it's a thin line in between that.
And it can be vice versa too, because I've dated a girl that she used to seeing her parents fight. So she will fight me. My daddy never laid his hand on my mom. I ain't used to that. Mm-hmm. So when she cried and she told me she thought that's what she's supposed to do. That means that she loved me. I said, where did you get this from? She even said it. Her parents. I said, no, that ain't love. Because as kids, our parents raised us. Mm-hmm. So when we get grown, we don't raise each other by chastising and beating on each other. No. Mm-hmm. But she felt like that she's supposed to do that. And that showed that she loved me. I said, no, you got it twisted. But for me to tell her that, and she used to cheat, that time, maybe like 17, 18 years old, 18? Mm-hmm. So 18 years that's in her. Me telling her that one time, ain't really convincing her. Yeah. She gonna probably think about it.
She got 18 years of that built. Yeah. It's just psychological, the way that humans think. And just like when you go to a job and they train you how to do their job, you don't know how to do that job. Yeah. You might do a different job. Yeah. So you just gotta hope that she does better.
But you're gonna be stuck in it.
Yeah, exactly. But she always gonna have that in her. And anybody could, like, if you know how to fix bicycles, but now you're a pilot, a jet pilot, don't mean that when you come home next week and your cousin say, hey man, my handlebars came off, you still don't know how to put them handlebars on. Just because you're flying jets now. So it's always could be something that's gonna bring that out of her, but at the same time, it's all about her being better. Doing it less. Nobody's gonna be perfect, but it's about her doing that less, and having somebody like him telling her that thought of what he said is always gonna linger with her, and at some point she's gonna use that.
Because I'm a door opener, and I started day one. I always do it. Mm-hmm. So me doing this all my life, and one person tell me, no, you don't open the door for a woman. It's just automatically in me for that long that I'm gonna go around there and pop that door open. Automatically, and it's not only even for my ladies, and that's why I love her, because she don't get jealous. I can open the door and we can go in the store. I open the door and if there's some other females behind me, I step back and let them go right behind her, and then I grab the other door. But like I said, she don't get jealous. Now I had a girl one time. I was going to meet her up there, and there was these ladies coming out. They was turned up. I opened the door for all of them. Boy, you thought that it was funny to me, but Her people came up and said, "What you doing holding that door for that girl? What time going here and tell you open the door to women?" But she wasn't really worried about it. More her sister,
because she know you.
Yeah,
see,
she wasn't worried about
gotta know you.
But the sister didn't really know, so she like, he out there just skinning and grinning, open the door for these women. I'm a smiling person. I smile all the time. I probably smile in my sleep.
But if your woman know you, then it ain't an issue. But I remember one time, so my ex-girlfriend, like, you know, those were her requirements to open the door for her and stuff like that. She was real bougie, you know, from up north. But anyway, but after so it became a common thing, you know. I would do that. But then I remember dating this girl that was younger, and I was like, "Oh, let me get older." She'd be like, "You don't have to do that. That's corny." I was like, "Whoa, you know, that's a generation switch. That's a total generation switch." She was like, "Oh, that's corny." You know, like she literally said that the younger.
I'm pretty sure now she older. She probably will appreciate that.
Well, but that's what I'm saying though. But like I said, it's a generational switch. So you know.
Well, one of the things talking about generational things, you touched on it a little bit. And I want to talk about mental health for a moment because I feel like that's a taboo subject, especially in our community. And, you know, what are your thoughts on mental health, you know, as men, you know, and also in a relationship? Like how you mentioned this one young lady felt like it was love to fight in a relationship, you know. Me personally, I feel like, you know, a lot of times I'll meet guys that don't believe in getting counseling, don't believe in really dealing with past traumas, whether it was from childhood, maybe relationship trauma. You know, I think that there's a big community of men that may need some mental health help, but feel like, you know, Black men don't do that. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, mental health is a really big thing in the Black community, and that's what I promote through True Addict, through the brand. You know, about mental health, and we all going through some things and struggling with these situations because Black men are taught to be strong and they always hide their feelings and to cover up. You know, don't be a punk, don't be a sucker, and what that does, it builds up in us to the point where, you know, we deal with a lot of frustration and stuff, and we're not allowed to dig into our feelings. We're not allowed to express ourselves in a way that is going to be still pronounced as us being kings, you know, but being suckers. And you got to understand, it's not just us. It's some of the women are programmed to look at us as suckers if we do break down and get into that atmosphere. So you know, from a young kid, you know, we taught like to be strong, to, you know, to be this rock in front of our women. You know, so it's hard to get away from that, even though they want us to like, oh, you know, you need to express your feelings and blah blah, whatever this and this and that. But women, you gotta understand, women are still trained by their parents and their dads and stuff. Be like, don't be dealing with no punk ass sucker nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm being real. I mean, you know, so men suck it up and we hide it, and that caused a lot of mental health things. And then the things that Black men go through, like, you know, coming out of slavery and still being able to deal with getting killed by the cops and stuff like that. You know, we have to be strong, and that deals with a lot of anxiety and stuff that we go through. But you know, it's better now because now we can express ourselves a little more, and it's help, and there's people in places to actually help Black men with mental health issues. But it destroys a relationship because a woman will tell you quick, you punk ass motherfucker, you bitch. Like if a man show any weaknesses, she will leave me because, and I'm not putting it on the women, so women don't think I'm putting it on y'all. What I'm saying is that y'all have also been trained, you know, by y'all fathers or by y'all mothers, don't deal with no punk ass motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? And by a man crying or being upset or being frustrated, you know, it was deemed as being a soft nigga. It is what it is, you know. So men hold in stuff a lot.
So let me ask you a question. What advice would you give to a woman out there that is, you know, in a situation where she feels like, you know, her man is dealing with some mental health challenges, but he is resistant to getting help? I think that it's a lot of guys that are resistant to getting help.
Well, most of them are resistant because the simple fact is it's the type of environment they might have came up in and stuff like that. A woman should always embrace her man and let him know, like, baby, you know what? I don't care what's going on with you. If you need to open your heart and your mind, if you need to cry, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here for you because I love you, and I understand what you're going through. We living in a wicked world, and you don't have to put on this vest for me. You save that for the streets. But while you here with me, you need to open up and show me who you truly are. I had that problem. I did. My ex-girlfriend told me, she was like, I never know how you feel about anything. Like, literally, because I would never, like, show her vulnerability or anything. She would always say, I just never know how you feel about anything. You get what I'm saying? Because I kept that hard shell. I kept that, I'm going to make shit happen regardless. But I would never emotionally show. I'm going to be honest with you. Both of my ex-girlfriends told me that. Like, it's crazy. And, and then to the point that I had to sit and look at myself like, well, damn, why they keep telling me that? Because I grew up in a neighborhood. I grew up around, like, my dad is hardcore. He's tough as nails, and he probably got some mental health issues too because he don't. I seen my dad cry one time is when I bought him a car for Christmas. That's the first time I ever seen my dad cry because he's older now, so he just broke down. But through my lifetime of coming up as a kid, I never seen my dad show weakness or break down or anything. So to be honest with you, a woman can really help a man come out and be able to express himself around her by letting him know, like, verbally letting him know, like, babe, I know sometimes you want to cry. Babe, I know sometimes you feel down. I know sometimes you feel like you're struggling. I know and by him knowing that, and once he does it one time, like if he actually breaks down and cry, or he, tell her, like, baby, I don't know what else to do, like, and how she responds to him is going to change his environment or how he responds to her when he's going through something. Because a woman can help, but he got to be able to express himself openly to her, and she has to know that. So this is what a woman has to know. She has to know herself, and she has to know whether how she's going to respond to if she wasn't even thinking about that and her man came in the house crying and stuff like that. How would she respond? She has to know how she would respond because she got to know how she was raised. Is she gonna embrace him like, baby, come here, what's going on? Let me hold you, talk to me, or she gonna be like, what the fuck you crying for? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that just
right
make his wall a little bit thicker.
Yeah, so she has to know how she's gonna respond before she even tackles that, because men want to break down. I mean, I can honestly say the first time I cried in front of a woman, and I did, my ex-girlfriend from New York, I was probably like 20 years old. And, I've been selling drugs since I was 13. I remember the first time I got a package. 13 years old, down on Norfolk Road. My cousin Abel, first time. And I had sold drugs from 13 up till, probably late 20s. You know what I'm saying? But I remember at 20 years old, we had a place in Newport News. And this is when I had my blue BMW deal. I'm just trying to give you a time span. And I'm doing okay. I'm making money. I'm still fly. I'm still doing things. And I said, I say, what the fuck has I done with my life? What have I fucking done with my life? Because I'm so much smarter than that. I said, what have I done with my fucking life? And I broke down. I cried. Like, I literally, and I'm telling you, she embraced me. She held me. I'm about to tell right now, thinking about how hard she was. Oh my God, she was a little older than me, but she was from New York. She's a New Yorker, so
kind of hardcore.
No. You would think that she would be more hardcore, but she totally embraced me. And
I love New Yorkers.
And I was like, and it was just like I broke down. Like, I mean, when I say I broke down and cried, like if it was my mother was there, like I broke down, like it just like
the ugly cry.
Yeah, it was like it came out, and that's the first time it ever happened to me when I was young, because I felt like I had fucked up my life from going in the streets and selling drugs and hustling. I felt like my life was screwed up, and she was there for me. And I don't know, it's something about the connection I had with her that had me do that, because you don't do it with anybody.
Right.
And something about the connection I had with her that let that out. You get what I'm saying?
Because you got to have.
And she really embraced me. I'm gonna tell you why she embraced me. She embraced me because after that episode, I stopped hustling for
Oh,
a while.
did?
I stopped hustling. I started playing basketball. You remember I was playing basketball?
Yeah.
I stopped hustling.
Was you gonna go out one time?
So what?
You was gonna go out and play, I think.
No, I went to Christopher Newport and practice, and I was gonna go back to school and stuff and get my life together. But that would have not happened had she not embraced me.
Yeah.
She embraced me and she was like, you know what? You will be okay. I'm here for you regardless. And it was, she was real.
Your positive
and I was 20 years old. Yeah,
you released a whole lot off you.
Yeah, but I still don't. But what I'm saying is, it's because of who she was to me.
Yeah,
that came out.
So she had to make you feel comfortable.
Because I had other girlfriends that I might have felt that way a little bit in my mind, but it wasn't the type of woman that I would do that with. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you got to be deep on your podcast, man. You can't. Yeah. Hey, listen. Get back to me. I'm a gangster.
But you think about it though.
He gangster, y'all.
If you keep pumping air in a tire, if it don't have an outlet,
it's
gonna explode. And my dad used to tell me, because I was good for holding stuff in, and my dad could tell you they never seen me mad. Never seen me get mad. I have been mad, boiling mad, but they never seen it because I always held it in. I found a way to smooth over it, but it's still there. And my dad used to tell me, he said, I'm afraid that if you keep holding stuff in, and somebody was to make you mad, whatever, and you happen to snap, he said, I'm more afraid that you may kill somebody unintentionally, but not really knowing how you mad, because he was telling me, was all it built up in you for all the years? One person can make you snap, and they would get all of that. And now I've cried when I was younger to girls and stuff, but it was younger. It was because she want to break up or whatever. But
I never cried over a breakup. I want to say that for the record. I've never.
Let's get real sexy up in here, fellas. What y'all think about that? Because I'm the sexy unicorn, and for me, it's all about being sexy. And my tagline is "Sexy is a state of mind," because my whole mission is just to encourage women to embrace themselves, their sexy selves, self-love, and positive mindset. But I've always heard that statement that men like that lady in the streets and that a freak in the sheets. So how do you guys feel about women that actually own their sexuality? Who wants to start?
I mean, let the master start.
Oh, you the master, huh?
I mean, I love a sexy woman. I love a woman that carries herself well, that owns her sexy, and and put it out there. Like I think it's a great thing. I'm the type of person where I believe that you got to be who you are, and you got to promote. And I also believe that it's all about experiences through life. So I feel like that you should be who you are, what you are, and you should dabble in what you like to dabble in until you die.
dabble till you die, ladies.
Yeah, dabble till you die. So I like sex. I mean, I'm not gonna say I like sexy women because that sounds so stupid and bullheaded. But I like a woman that owns her sexuality. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of who she is, how she's built, how tall, short, or whatever, and she owns it, and she's a sexy motherfucker. Like straight up. Just a podcast, I can say that.
She don't need nobody to validate.
Exactly. She do what she do, So I love it. I love to see it, I love to see it. I love to see a woman really, have that confidence and do what she do and don't give a shit what nobody say, Real talk.
I like building confidence in women. And once again, my fiance, I don't have to worry about her getting upset if I see a woman, and I may be the only person that tell her that you look nice, smell good. I like I said, I like to build confidence. So if I can build her confidence up, because somebody had to build mine. So if I can build her confidence, so she can walk past, she don't care what you think about her. She's strutting.
Okay.
I like when even herself, she tell a woman, she call them beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Yes. And she was like, because of course everybody sees somebody like or they ugly, something like that, she'll quick to say, everybody's beautiful. So, and that kind of even taught me, like, so, everybody's beautiful. So, I like to say, I like to build. And if it takes a man, a lot of times, because some women feel like they need to be validated. So, it takes a man to build them up to where they be confident.
So, one of the questions that I usually ask on my podcast to my guests is, what do you consider sexy? And with that, it could be something that's physical, something that's not. But I like for each of you to just kind of tell me what you guys find sexy.
Well, what do I find sexy about a woman? You're talking about visual, right?
It could be visual. What I'll say, I'll give you an example. I like to ask guys this question all the time, and some guys say, yeah, they're attracted by looks, but most of the time the guys might say, it might be her confidence, or it might be her ambition, or it might be her butt. It could be physical or not necessarily
to
physical.
me, it's a combination of things.
Okay.
Because I love confident women. But I got a certain thing that I have about confident women. I don't know, man. I think I'm shallow. Almost. Because everything I'm thinking about right now is a representation of who she is. Like how she carry herself, how she dress, how she smells. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, and that's just being real. That's just being real without trying to massage somebody mentally. Like, it's basically a physical thing from the door. But after you get past the physical thing, then that's when the real sexiness come out. How she carry herself, how she treat people. I like women that treat people well. Like I've been in a relationship, my last relationship, like she didn't treat people well. I didn't like that. She treated me well, but she didn't treat other people well, and I think it's sexy when somebody really like what he said about his woman, like she called everybody beautiful. Like I like her.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they break up.
That is terrible. The shade is real, ladies.
The icing is good, and that, like I said, it's a lot of times that's what attracts you. The icing, but after you're digging that icing, you need some substance. You need some cake. So you need something else to go with that outer appearance. You gotta have something else to go with it. That's men. I think we visual.
Just keep it real, man. This is her podcast.
I mean, we I like to see a beautiful woman that would attract my attention.
Women with pretty hair, fat asses, titties, pretty lips, pretty face, and all of that stuff. Like straight up and down, like that's we are prone to that. But it doesn't mean that we want to marry her or. But our sexual tendencies, drive towards that situation.
There's got to be some appearance.
You know what I mean? Because exactly. You got to be attracted. Like different men like different women. Some men like tall women. Some people like short women. Some people like thick women. Some people like thin women. Like it all depends on what you like. But that's just a physical thing. It's just an appearance thing.
But you need something else to
But
go with
she has to have a lot more up under there for a man to be able to stay. He might screw her.
Yeah.
But for him to stay, she has to have a lot more going on, and that's just being real.
Got you. So let me ask this, like, what do you guys feel like is important? Because I feel like, even in business, I use it as an example. I feel like, I've been in business for almost 20 years, and I spent a lot of time on stuff that really didn't matter. Just certain marketing that was a waste, certain things on my website that was a waste, certain just stuff that was just a waste. So I feel like sometimes women spend a lot of time on things that really don't even matter, or they're concerned. Like, say, for example, I've talked to guys that say stretch marks, is an issue, whereas some women, feel like they would never wear a halter top or a bathing suit that might show their stretch marks because they feel like, is unattractive. Whereas most men say, hey, you know, I just like the shape of the woman. You know, I like seeing a little bit of skin, even if she got stretch marks. You know, so women spend tons of money on lashes and weave and, you know, name brand clothes. And you being a fashion person, you know, what do y'all like? Do you feel like all that is important?
I would say she first need to be comfortable with herself, and not what others think about it, because there's gonna be somebody that's gonna appreciate it. They don't, that, like I said, don't care about all that. But I would say she need to be comfortable with herself.
What's your take on that? What's important?
I mean, it is what it is, you know. Like, women are competitive. Y'all, you know, this is $1 billion industry. Like, y'all gonna try to look how y'all want to look to attract the opposite sex, or to be known for a certain thing, far as fashion and stuff like that. So it's a competitive nation, you know. But what's important is that, you know, how she feels about who she is, or regardless of what goes on, you know. You know, like, somebody showing skin. I mean, to me, I'm a health person. So I'm gonna be real with you. To me, I'm a health person. So nobody can tell me, like, if somebody's like not working towards their health or building, you know, that type of stuff, then, you know, it doesn't work for me, because I'm a health person. You know, I try to work out, exercise, and eat right and stuff like that. So that's more of what I do. But you know, it's, most men are programmed to you know, to be like, you know, it's a sexual thing, you know. Mostly, so yeah, they talking about they can see this, you know, she got skin hanging out, or they don't care about this, they don't care about that, because they just looking, they just want to screw her, you know what I'm saying? But if she's your wife, what do you want for her? You want to be healthy? You want her to do this? You want her to do that? You know, you want her to live? You know, she taking care of your babies. You want her to live? Then everything changes. But what happened? I was fine when you met me, but now I need you to live for another 50 years. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be here for us. So, you know, what's important is basically health. I don't care what size you are or what you're doing, because it could be a person. I know people that are, you know, 97 pounds. They sick. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, and there's people that's 350 pounds that might take care of themselves, but it's just that, you know, they just large people. You get what I'm saying? Gotcha. Just like a giant, you know, like Andre the Giant, the wrestler. Like, he's just a big person. You get what I'm saying? You know, so it's all about health to me. So I think it's important. It's about your health. If you're asking me what men are attracted to, it's such a long list of different people. It's a place.
So you got like
it's a place. It's a place. I think it's Mesopotamia or something. I don't want to be incorrect, but it's a country where they force feed the girls, because men over there find heavy women attractive.
Wow.
And they force feed, and you can look it up. They force feed the daughters. I mean, when I say force feed, they got this thing that they hit their feet with and make them eat until they throw up. Yeah, exactly. Because men in that country are attracted to heavy women. A heavy woman over there is a queen. She is she is everything. The same thing as over here. Back in the days, you know, it's different now, but, you know, you had to be like 50 pounds for, you know what I'm saying? So it's to each his own is what they're attracted to. My main thing is to tell a woman is that go after somebody that loves you genuinely, because you always could change your size. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you always can do that, but go after the man that treats you like a queen and loves you. You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on that, because he's out there.
Right.
You know, he's out there.
Okay. So, I know you mentioned that you don't have children. So you say you do or you don't have children?
I do.
Okay, because one question that I received said, do you have plans to have children? And if so, what lessons have you learned that you will want to pass to your children? And how do you plan to create generational wealth? So, with you, what lessons do you pass to your children that you learned that you feel like are very important?
I pass on to them how I was raised, how I was taught. And that reason is because I felt like if it worked with my parents, if it worked for me, what they passed on to me, then it should work for them.
So what's one lesson, like
one
actual lesson that you say is important that you instill in your children?
I instill in my sons which is important. A lot of times I feel like we kind of control. Not control. How do I put it? Far as a woman. Mm-hmm. And my son, and I think he do very well, but how to treat a woman. Mm-hmm. Because we can damage a woman and make it hard for the next person. So, of course, he sees me open doors, so he open doors. I teach them, to always try to do work. I don't want them to. Really, I can't stop them as they get older. But like I said, if you're steering in them, a lot of times they won't. So, as far as making money, working, work hard. Try to teach them to save their money, put their money aside. If you make $100, try to put $75 aside and try to work with that $20. Because guess what? When you get paid again, you do the same thing. Then you got $150. So I try to steer them about steering them to save. Okay. Like I said, when I teach my girls, my baby girl, I didn't have to really talk to her about far as like how to dress. She was automatically, I guess she's like me. I ain't say we weird, but we dress different. We have our own style.
Trendsetters.
Yeah, and she already got in her mind that she don't want to wear stuff to show a lot of skin. Okay. Which that was, like I said, her mom, I can't say she got from her mom because, all she knew of her mom at the time was, unless she seen some old pictures, but her mom, she pretty much dressed. All right, so, I tried to, and being able to survive in life. Okay. Without hurting anybody. Okay. I teach them, and just like I said, like I was taught, because I want somebody else to love my kids besides me, and they're not far from perfect. So I'm not one of the type that just believe anything that they tell me, because sometimes kids get from around you, and they act the fool. But I did the same thing too. So, but and as far as wealth, everything I do, I try to do things that when it's time, they have something. Okay. They have something. Hopefully, they will continue to carry it on. I try to do things that, even things that I feel like they might be interested in. But I mean, that's all we can do, and just pray and hope that they will follow suit. But like sometimes they want to have their own path. They want to go their own way. Yeah. And just like I did, I had a friend of mine. She asked me, because I had one of my sons was acting out, doing little stuff. Not really well. Ain't so bad, but to me. And he was asking me, because when we separated, he said, do you think that have anything to do with you separating? Because, he has some issues too. And I was like, nah. I said, because, to be honest with you.
So, True Addict Scoupe, let's talk about it. So, plan on having some babies up in this joint or what? What you gonna do?
I don't know, man, but
let's just say you decide to have some. What?
First thing I'm gonna teach them is to be able to invest. I'm a little different than saving. I'm about investment. Okay. Teach them how to invest early. Start them a business real early. I'm talking about when they're young, because actually having the skill and knowing how to do something is way better than going to school or college and end up graduating and ain't no jobs available. You got to create your own job. I teach them how to start businesses. Teach them how to respect people to the utmost, because what you put out is what you get back. And don't, and not be a follower. I'll try to instill into not to be a follower, like, do what you do, build, but, never let somebody take you somewhere that you're not sure you want to go. You know, and I teach them how to build. I basically give them a lot of skills. Try to find what they're good at and try to build on it. You know, so they could be successful. And I do that with my nephews and stuff. Like my nephew, he's in the music because of me, because I've been in the entertainment business. My niece, she's a school counselor. You know, she got her master's and everything, and I basically helped raise them, and they doing well. So I think if I had my own kids, it would be the same because I pushed them to be, you know, successful, and you know, they doing pretty good.
I know that's right. Well, I gotta shout out my little cousin Andrea. She was 15 years old when she started her own company with her mom. She started Millennial Beauty, selling eyelashes and also doing braids. And that's one thing I firmly believe in is youth entrepreneurship. So shout out to all the young entrepreneurs out there and stuff. So I definitely am feeling that. So let's see. We're gonna burn up the list. You know.
Y'all need to send her more questions, man. If we do a part 2, man, y'all gotta really send her questions, man. You know, cause y'all wanna know how we feel about things. You know, we got a lot of information for y'all.
You know, a lot of ladies ask me the question, you know, do you think you're a high value man? And I think both of you guys are high value men.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you guys. But the other part of that question is, how can a young lady date a high value man? And I know a lot of women, it might just be wealth. For me, value is more than just the wealth. You know, I personally would like to be in a relationship where the man is financially stable, but we can build something together, but also someone that is emotionally available, that is open to love, that wants to give 100% to me like I want to give 100% to them. And so in addition to just being in a relationship, you know, some women are looking for men that are wealthy. Let's just, you know, call it what it is. So, in your opinion, how can a woman date a quote unquote high value man that's wealthy?
Well, first of all, you got to get past attraction. Because there's a lot of good men out here that are wealthy, that'll take care of you and love you and everything, but a lot of women not attracted to them. The same thing with men. Men, there's a lot of good women out here. But there's a lot of men not attracted to them. So you got to get past the attraction first. So when a woman does say, they be like, oh, I just want somebody to treat me good and, you know, and take care of me and blah, blah, whatever. There's plenty of those guys out there. But you don't want them. You get what I'm saying? And these guys are sitting around because guess what? They might want you. They might want you. They might look at you and be like, you know what? She fine. I want her. But she might not be attracted to him. So I think there's a lot of great men out here if you're looking for that particular thing. But like I said, there's so many different elements to that, you know, being attracted to them having money, them having their health, them having, you know, having a good attitude, good personality. There's so many elements to that. You just can't base it on why, you know, what to do to date. I mean, because you got to think about it. If you're saying like, if a woman want to date a man that got his stuff together, that's what y'all call it, high powered. What y'all call it?
High value.
High value.
Yes, that's what they wrote in there.
Okay, you know, if she wants to date this guy has to be attracted to her. That's where it starts at. If she tried to talk to him and holler at him because she's attracted to him, it's just never works that way. Because if he's high value, if he holds himself on that pedestal that he's high value, and she tries to talk to him, he's looking at like, okay, she trying to talk to me, she desperate or blah blah this and this and that. So, and women have to deal with that, you know. But he has to be attracted to her because I don't know how would a woman go out and I mean I understand what you're saying because you see it all the time. These women go to these big baller parties and stuff, and they looking for somebody with some money and they're high value. You know what I'm saying? You know, but most of these men that are high value look at them like groupies. Like, what do they do? Soon as she say, hey, you know, how you doing? You know, you looking nice tonight. And she's a groupie to him because this is the party and this is what everybody shows up at. And then the woman that he's going to want to talk to is a woman that's there with her friend and she don't even know who he is. Like, who are you again? So now he's attracted to that. Like, oh, she don't even know who I am. So it's a game. It's a game. Nobody's playing it, but it's still a game. You get what I'm saying? So there's no way that to find a high value man and date him. You just gotta be pretty, be sexy, like you said, be fine, and hope that you end up in a place where somebody's attracted to you, and he just happens to be a high value man. There's no way to find it. Yeah.
The way I look at it is, money to me, it make a man wealthy, but sometimes it don't necessarily make a high value. Sometimes women go after a man because he driving a nice car, he look like he got money. He could be the guy that treat them like crap. And he might feel like, I can treat you like crap, because guess what? I got money. I just like you here, there's somebody else, same thing. Versus this guy right here, he's a hard-working man. He works a 9 to 5. Maybe trying to get him a little business off. And you might not pay him out, but guess what? This guy right here is the guy that'll probably give you his last. And you know, he'll value more than this guy right here. That he said women, he might tell you women are dime a dozen, not knowing that you might be one in a million, but just because he got money, I mean, who was you? He go over here and grab somebody else.
It's just a lot of elements. It's just a lot of elements to it, you know. Like, so, you know, what I would tell a woman is be like, just be pretty, be sexy, be who you are, and the right man is gonna come along. Whatever your definition is high value, you need to lose that.
Okay.
You need to lose it. You know what I'm saying?
And don't give up hope. Don't give up hope.
Okay.
I have a saying. I always said, "There's always hope above the grave."
Okay, keep hope alive, ladies. He's out there for you.
So you just have to be patient sometimes, because sometimes you can rush and you run into some crap.
Oh yeah.
Just take your time. He come, but recognize him when he do come. Don't just, like I said, you ain't got to take anything, but don't overlook this 9 to 5 man.
Okay.
Don't look, because he might not be there yet. And I can tell you a situation I dealt with. Dated a girl, and she made me kind of feel like crap, because she had masters, and she had this nice career she ready to go into. She asked me a question. She was like, "Now I'm working, driving trucks." She said, "I'm just got a lot on my mind. I'm worried." I said, "What you worried about?" I've been thinking a lot. I wonder how you can be able to take care of me. And I thought to myself, I said, well, when I came in it, I came in it as we were gonna take care of each other. And it made me feel like crap at one point, but then I was like, you know what? I did good before, I know. So, she was going for that, the type that, like you said, now we already together, but then all of a sudden you want to start going for, because you got your master, you want to go for this guy that got trying to run gas the guy, you know, this money stuff. Now, and then sometimes, you know, when they look back and they see, well, doggone, shoot, if I knew he would have turned out like that, I would have kept him. Because he was giving me good conversation. I love talking to him and all stuff. But you want to run after that guy with the money. Like I said, I always felt like the one that you felt like was a high value man, because he got money, he treat you like crap. But the one that is working 9 to 5, he care a lot about you. He'll give his last.
So I just, you know, like I have mentioned to you guys before, this SEXXXY Sister Circle is just an opportunity.
SEXXXY Sister Circle. Right. I just wanted to say it one time because it's like a tongue twister.
SEXXXY Sister Circle. Yes. Yes. Look, yes. SEXXXY Sister Circle. But yeah, you know, it's just built on self-love and positive mindset. You know, my whole thing is just reminding women to love themselves, and that, you know, that sexy is a state of mind. You know, it's not necessarily the way you look or what you wear, but it all begins with self-love. And you don't have to be having sex to be sexy. But, you know, if you do you, you know what I'm saying? But I just love to share with people ideas for self-love. But I just also like to know how people are practicing self-love and self-care for themselves. So as men, share with my viewers how you guys practice self-love and self-care for yourselves.
I take a bath. I do take a bath.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
I take a bath. I smell good. I smell good. But the thing that I do most to basic self-care, I try to like treat people good around me, because I like to be treated the way I treat people. So I practice on treating people really, really good. That's part of self-care, because it's about the people that are around you. It's about your environment. So I try to treat people well around me, which makes my environment good, which is self-care, because I love myself, so I love other people to get the love back. It makes sense to you? So I practice that a lot, and I take care of myself. I'm a healthy eater. I eat healthy. I don't eat meat. I tried my best to be able to let my body self-heal if I run into anything, because I got health insurance. That's self-care. I have life insurance policy. That's self-care.
You got a policy, ladies.
Exactly. So don't kill me, but so I do a lot of things to show myself love, and also I like to buy things. Like I'm like a big kid. Like I ride 4-wheelers. I play with radio control cars. Like I.
Do you have a drone?
Nah, cause I'm going to jail. I got a drone. Because I got a drone, like, but I got some really, really big, expensive radio control cars. Like, so they fun. Like I say, I like to. I'm a car guy, so I started a car club, which is the Last Great Squad on Instagram. At the Last Great Squad on Instagram. If you love 80s and 90s cars, please follow us on the Last Great Squad 80s and 90s cars on Instagram. So I'm a car guy. So I collect cars. I collect BMWs. I'm a BMW guy.
Are they here in Virginia or in a different state?
My cars?
Yeah.
No, my cars are at home in Virginia.
All right, models. Photo shoot.
Yeah, I got some nice jinks too.
Okay, we got to coordinate us a photo shoot.
Yeah, but so I love cars. I'm a car guy, and I'm a film guy. So I love on myself a lot. I like nice things, and self-care. I try to get my fingers done every once in a while. Even though I work with my hands and stuff, and
that's nice.
Just I guess that's self-care. Yeah.
That's
So I keep myself up, but I'm a banker guy too. Like mentally, I'm a Taurus. So we are the world bankers. We're Taurus. We're world bankers. So I invest money. I have IRAs and stuff like that, mutual funds and stuff like that. So I do a lot with making sure that I can take care of my family. Like really take care of my family if anything was ever to happen to me or while I'm here. So.
Are you into the cryptocurrency? Have you gotten into that?
I got Bitcoin. I got stock in Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yep, I got stock in Bitcoin.
So Ashford the brand, how do you self-love and self-care for yourself?
First of all, well, I take my weekly bath. No, I'm just joking. No, but I want to say caring for people. I don't know. I'm one that I guess self-care for myself by seeing other people being taken care of.
That's good. Well, I'm going to just remind you about how I know you from the Virginia Beard Festival. And when I asked you about your beard and you told me the depth of your beard routine, I definitely feel like that's part of your self-care right there, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a process. I'm big on hair, so I love hair.
Yeah.
And I like to see how far I can go with it. So, of course, I got one person that trim my beard, and that's the only person that I let trim it. I have a person that does my dye. and then I got a barber that edge it up. I have a person that I use to plait it. So there's all those different people, and I guess it works. It works for me. Mm-hmm. Clothes
yeah.
is a big thing because I like to wear stuff that most people think about wearing.
Because you're a trendsetter. That's what you do, right?
Yeah. So I always tell people I like to stick out. So if I stick out, and whether it's good or bad, I mean, some people like, some people don't. Mm-hmm. But I like the fact that people use their opinion on it. Mm-hmm. And if I got something on and I stick out and everybody in the room, guess what? You notice me. Yeah. So, clothes would be a self-care thing. Mm-hmm. And I like what he said about, the getting into the stock market and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I haven't yet, but I'm still learning it. Mm-hmm. Good. Like to smell good. Yeah, bathing and smell good. I got to do a little better with lotion. But yeah, I like to be able to go out somewhere and somebody be like, "Doggone, you smell good," or
yeah. We love a good smelling man.
I like what you got on. What are you wearing? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's self-care.
Okay.
But I'm a very caring person. I like to build faith up in people.
That's good.
That don't believe that they can. That really is that's like a really natural habit for me to be able to have somebody start believing in themselves and stuff like that. That's just what I do. I mean, okay. So I would say that's it.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. So as part of the SEXXXY Sister Circle, one of the things that we started doing is hosting burlesque parties and things like that for women, just ladies' nights, parties and stuff. So would that be something that would interest you for your lady to go and learn some sexy dance moves and come home and show them off on you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I would like that.
Okay,
I
so
would definitely like that.
Bought me out. Came out of my celibate, trying to buy a bit.
Okay.
It might pull me off the grid.
So, ladies, y'all hear that? So, I got both of them in agreement. So, if you have not already booked your SEXXXY Unicorn Birkin Bag Burlesque party, holla at your girl. And so, basically, what that is just an evening of 10 intimate friends together, and it can be done in person or virtually. And it's just an opportunity to learn some sexy moves that they can take home.
And the new husband might enjoy that.
Oh, yes. That new husband might enjoy that, so. And so those of you that are single might get wiped up with the right moves. So, we'll go ahead and just wrap some things up here. So, fellas, what advice could you give to my ladies, to my viewers out there, as it relates to self-love, self-care, dating, anything positive, affirmations, anything you would like to share with my guests? Just some, take-home advice.
Well, first of all, man, they need to love themselves and basically set yourself up for what you want to have in your life. Don't wait to get with somebody or date somebody or trying to find somebody to fit into what you got going on. Be the best woman that you can be. Be the best that you can be. Do whatever you need to do to be the best person that you are. And automatically that's going to attract that person that should be in your life. Okay. Not somebody that you want, but somebody that fits, somebody that should be in your life. So I say just take care of yourself, stay healthy, stay focused, take the time out to build who you are, whether it's career, whether it's family, whether if you got kids, dive into your kids and make sure that they're going in the proper direction in life, and because that person that you might end up marrying and loving for the rest of your life might be in a PTA meeting or something because you're trying to get a new program in the school for your children because you want them to be their best, and that person, that single man that's in that same meeting, y'all are in alignment, So do the best by who you are and your family, and it'll all fall into place, But the search thing, that's just be available. You're a woman. All you gotta do is be available. Like, be honest with you. All you have to do is just be available.
I'm available. So, any guys out there watching?
Yeah.
Holler at your girl.
Just be available.
Cool. So, what about you? What words do you have for my viewers?
You basically said it all. Only thing I can add to it is pray. Pray about it. Mm-hmm. Trust and believe in God. Mm-hmm. And He is sinner. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. A sexy good time here with these fellas. Again, I am your host, Sonia Z, the Sexy Unicorn. And I just want to thank Ashford, the brand.
Thank you.
And True Addict Scoupe. And you're going to say a plug about your book?
Don't forget the book. Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
You want to say a few words about it?
Well, just go to my website, trueaddictbrand.com, and you'll see everything that I got, my books, my films. You can go onto the page and watch the podcast, that we have, and just keep supporting strong black men. Everything I do is positive. It's to help other people. This book here is my life, of what I went through coming from the streets to getting myself together, and ducking a lot of stuff. I could have been dead. A lot of my friends didn't make it, but just support the True Addict brand, and that's about it, man. Just stay focused, keep the peace, and just show the love.
Okay. And what about you, Ashford Brand? Any last closing words for my viewers?
You can follow me on AWG_trendstyle, Facebook, Ashford Dale Gay Senior. You can look me up on YouTube. It's Ashford the Brand. And that way you can know. Either one of those, you can see what's coming up next, in the app. And
we doing big things over here.
And for any musicians now, also I have TDS custom drums, which I custom build drums. I sell soundproof systems for churches, drums, studios, etc. So hit me up.
Okay. And again, I'm your host, Sonia Z, the Sexy Unicorn. And as I said before, you can follow me on Instagram, SEXXX.X.Y Unicorn. And you can also find out more information about my upcoming So Sexy sewing classes and the Birkin Bag Burlesque at stretchcouture.com. And you can also email me at sexyunicorn757@gmail.com. But all of that information will be in the description, as well as if you enjoyed today's podcast, please subscribe to the channel and please leave a comment, because we'll probably have to do this again, fellas, because this was such a good time. So please leave your comments so we can have a round two, and let me know your thoughts. And so, again, thank you so much for joining us today for the SEXXXY Sister Circle.